So this morning we're working on this 2013 Dodge Ram, and I know there's probably hundreds of videos on YouTube about doing exhaust manifold bolts and studs on this thing, but that's the job today, both sides. So we're going to put it up on the hoist, pull the wheels off, the inner fender skirts off to access the exhaust manifolds. So there's the left inner fender skirt out of the way. There's about 9 5/16 head bolts that you have to get at around the outside circumference of the wheel, and then there's a couple more up in here in this area. Got a light here, and then there's a whole bunch of push pins too that you have to pull out, and a couple of harnesses that you have to the wheel speed sensor harnesses clipped to the inner fender. So now we have to get at those bolts there to get the exhaust manifold disconnected from the Y pipe. I'm going to try and remove them from the bottom. Hopefully they're going to come out. I'm not sure if those nuts are caged or not, I can't remember, but we'll find out. So I got the rear exhaust manifold studs loose. They just have a cage nut on there, so if you really needed to, you could just cut with a torch or a sawzall the bolts, and the nuts would come out. You can see the rear exhaust manifold bolts broken. I've got the heat shield off. Now to get the heat shield off, take the two nuts off at the front through the wheel, up through the bottom by the steering gear, the long extension. Disconnect the dipstick tube and pull it out. And I also disconnected the steering shaft, as you can see. I've got it marked and I've got it tied towards the shock tower here. Hopefully that's going to give me enough room. I might have to reposition this electrical connector here. We're going to see. Now it remains to remove the existing bolts. There's two studs in the front, two broken studs in the rear, as you can see here. That's why we're changing it. So I used a ratchet strap to pull the exhaust crossover pipe back about 1 inch. It just moves on the rubber mounts. And then the manifold will tip up in the front and exit down through beside the frame in front of the crossover pipe beside the starter. So now you can see the two broken exhaust studs in there. You can see how the exhaust was leaking on that port. So now we got to get the exhaust bolts out of the aluminum cylinder head. That's next. So I've MIG welded a little nub on the end of each one of those bolts that's broken in the head, and we're going to try to grab it with a pair of vice grips and see if it'll come out. Wish me luck. So with the vice grips clamped onto the end, you can start working it back and forth. Don't try and take it all out at once. There's a ridge around the outside edge from the slag, so if I work it back and forth, usually you can get it to extract. It's turning already, so I'll grab it with the end of the vice grips now. Sometimes I weld a nut on the end of but in this case, because you can get at these two studs, fortunately these are the two easiest ones to get to. Well, maybe that one's not bad. You just use the vice grips on the end of the MIG weld. But if they were off to the side where I needed a nut, I'd weld a nut on the end of that as well and then try. But you can see that one's coming out. So that's 1 out of 2, and 2 more on the other side. So the second one was a little bit more difficult, but they're both out. In case you're wondering where I put my ground, I put a new bolt in one of the manifold or a cylinder head manifold bolts in a nut, and I clamped on there. There's always been some controversy about whether you should disconnect the battery. In my opinion, it doesn't matter. Clamp the ground as close to your weld as possible, so you're only electrifying that section of the cylinder head. I can't see how that's going to affect any modules, but there's no wood to knock on. Maybe I should. So here's the exhaust manifold gasket. I bought it from Napa or Auto Parts Central. It's a Felpro part number MS97083. There is a left and right, so make sure you compare the existing gasket that came out. This is the one we need for the left side. and it actually specifies right on it to mount this to the manifold side. And this is the exhaust manifold bolt kits. 819522-1. This does one side, so you need two of these kits. There are 4 studs and 4 bolts. Now the exhaust manifold is notched so that you can put 2 bolts in. I think this front corner one and this back one here can be installed, but I'm going to double check that. Yes, I was right. The front corner is notched so you can put that bolt in and to hold the gasket in place. And this back one is notched here, so we can put those 2 bolts in to hold the gasket in place. Excuse me. I just have to clean this gasket surface and we're ready to reassemble. So there's the manifold back installed. I'm not going to put the Y pipe up until I do the other side. The bolt torque is 18 foot-pounds on the bolts that hold the manifold to the head. I could not put the gasket in place because those bolts interfered with me installing it, and that shield interfered with me installing it. So I had to put it in and do this one bolt up in here first to align everything. That upper steering column pinch bolt is 28 foot-pounds, I believe, but double check the spec. That's kind of an important bolt. Should be Loctited. If that bolt falls out, things could go wrong. You want to check that steering column lower universal joint for play, because you're at there right now. If it's got play in it, might as well change it, but this one's good. So here's the right side off. Fortunately, one bolt is broken off externally, so you should be able to grab that one with a stud extractor. But this one we're going to have to weld on to get out like we did on the other side. This side has considerably more room, you can see. Other than that, it's basically the same job as the other side. And we'll weld on this nut, or this broken bolt, and hopefully remove it like we did on the other side. Put a cap over top of that exhaust pipe so nothing falls in there, although it's not likely going to on this side. So here's the right side ready to go back together. I managed to get that stud out of that bolt out of the back hole here. And gasket surface is cleaned. This time I'm going to put the manifold in first. Oh, I got to take my ground bolt out. And take this cap out of there so we don't forget it. Should be good to go. So there's the right side back together, new exhaust bolts, the back, the crossover pipe hooked up, heat shield on. This manifold has 9 bolts in it, and those little kits only come with 8 bolts. So I had to source an extra bolt for the front. There's an extra bolt in the front of this one here that isn't on the other side. So this front exhaust port, for some reason on this side, has 3 bolts, whereas every other one only has 2. But nevertheless, it's back together. Put the inner fender skirt back in, hook the wheel speed sensor back up, some dielectric grease in that connector, and we should be good to go.